Good afternoon students. Today in this class we are going to discuss an interesting lesson, crop production and management. Why we should learn this crop production and management lesson? Because as a future citizen you all should know what are all the problems faced by agriculturists and what are all the steps followed in agriculture. Okay, for that purpose we are going to learn this lesson, crop production and management. Okay. Next we are going to discuss, we are all know plants prepare their own food. How plants prepare their own food? By photosynthesis process. What is photosynthesis process? Plants already having carbon dioxide. As a human we are supplying water to the plants and with the help of the sunlight plants prepare their own food. Okay, this is photosynthesis process. Okay. Next, why we need to eat food? Because to get energy, and that energy should transfer to all the various functions of the body such as digestion, excretion and respiration. For that purpose we are taking food as an energy. Do you understand? Next we are going to discuss what is agricultural practices. See, all the activities involved in cultivation of crops is called as an agricultural practices. What are all the activities? The activities is from sowing till harvesting. From this activity we can call it as it is an agricultural practices. Okay, next we are going to discuss how agriculture was born. Till 10,000 BC, peoples were searching for food, vegetables, etc. While searching, they eat only raw fruits. Okay. Later, what they thought and do? Later, they cultivate land and produce rice, wheat, and other food crops. Okay. In this way, the agriculture was born. Do you understand how the agriculture was born? Okay. Next, we are going to discuss what is crop. When plants of same kind are grown and cultivated at one place is called as a crop. For example, we can take a wheat. In a whole agricultural land, the wheat is cultivated. In a whole area, only one thing, that wheat is cultivated in a large scale. That is called as a crops. There are two types of crops. First is kharif crops. Next is rabi crops. Do you understand? Next we are going to discuss the two types of crops. There are two types of crops. First is kharif crops, next rabi crops. First we are going to discuss what is kharif crops. The crops which are sown in the rainy season is called as a kharif crops. Okay, the crops that are sown in the rainy season is called as a kharif crops. The rainy season in India is generally from June to September. Okay, the examples of kharif crops is paddy, maize, soya bean, groundnut, cotton, etc. Do you understand what is kharif crops? The crops that are sown in a rainy season is called as a kharif crops. Next we are going to discuss what is rabi crops. The crops that are sown in a winter season is called as a rabi crops. Okay, the time period is October to March. In this month, they will sow a rabi crops. The example of rabi crops is wheat, gram, pea, mustard, and lentils. Okay. What is rabi crops? The crops that are sown in a winter season is called as a rabi crops. Okay. Next, we are going to discuss the basic practice of crop production. There are different types of crop production. First is preparation of soil, next sowing, third adding manure and fertilizer, and irrigation, protecting from weeds, harvesting and storage. These are all the steps of crop production. First, we are going to discuss how we can prepare the soil. Preparation of soil. We can prepare the soil in three steps. First is plugging, leveling and manuring. First is plugging, leveling and manuring. First we are going to discuss what is plugging. Plugging means loosening of soil. The process of loosening of soil is called as a plugging. If we loosen the soil, we can get a good aeration to the roots. Good aeration means good air to the roots. And it will be retain moisture for longer time. It won't be wet, it always be dry for a longer time. Next, this plugging is used for removal of undesirable plants. Unwanted plants, it will easily we can remove the unwanted plants. This is the process of plugging. The loosening of soil, the process of loosening of a soil is called as a plugging. Okay. Next we are going to discuss leveling. Next step is leveling. Leveling means break soil crumbs. In agricultural field there are large number of soil crumbs will be there. What we should do means we should break that soil crumbs. The process of breaking that of the soil crumbs is called as a leveling. After breaking, we can get a uniform irrigation. Okay, this is a process of leveling. Next, we are going to discuss what is manuring. Manuring means added manure. First, we are going to discuss what is manure. Manure is a substance, is a form of nutrients. It is helpful for the healthy growth of plants. For healthy growth of plants, we can use manure. Do you understand? What are all the three steps of preparation of soil? First is plugging, next leveling and manuring. Okay, do you understand? Next we are going to discuss about what is sowing. Sowing means putting seeds into the soil is called as a sowing. The process of putting seed into the soil is called as a sowing. Okay, before sowing, what are the steps that we should follow? First is land must be watered. Okay, first step is we should water the land. Next, seed should be good quality. The seed should be in a good quality and healthy from infection and also free from infection. Before sowing, we should follow these two steps. First is land must be watered. First the land should water. Next the seed should be in a good quality and also free from infection. Okay, there are two types of sowing. Okay, first is broadcasting. Next is seed drill. First we are going to discuss what is broadcasting. Broadcasting means seeds are sown manually by scattering them in the moisture. What means seeds should be sown manually seeds should be sown manually in an agricultural field. That process is called as a broadcasting. Next we are going to discuss what is seed drill. Seed drill means it is one of the equipment. Okay, by using funnel. In a funnel we can fill the seeds and we can sow in an agricultural land. So it is called as a seed drill. If we use the seed drill in agricultural land, what are all the advantages we can get? First advantages is uniform distribution of seed is possible. Uniform distribution is possible while using this seed drill. Next is it covers the seed after sowing. After sowing, it covers all the seeds. Next, it preventing the seed by damaging from the birds. Without damage from the birds, it will be prevent. What? The seed drill will prevent. Okay, do you understand? What are all the two types of sowing? First is broadcasting, next is seed drill. Do you understand, students? Next, we are going to see an interesting video about crop protection.
The cultivation of crops involves certain activities which the farmers use for the production of crop. The activities or tasks undertaken by farmer to grow crop are referred to as agricultural practices. The agricultural practices are as follows: preparation of soil, sowing, adding manures and fertilizers, irrigation, protection from weeds, harvesting, storage. Here we will discuss each agricultural practice one by one. We will also see the use of some agricultural equipments and how They help in attaining the agricultural practices. The preparation of soil is the first step for growing a crop. One of the most important practices in agriculture is turning and loosening the soil. This allows the roots to penetrate deep into the soil and breathe easily. The loosened soil helps in the growth of earthworms and microbes easily. These organisms are termed as friends of farmers and add humus to the soil. But why does the soil need to be turned and loosened? Why the farmer doesn't grow his crop directly in the soil? The turning and loosening of the soil brings the nutrient-rich soil to the top so that plant can use these nutrients. Thus, turning and loosening of the soil is very important for cultivation of the crops. The process of loosening and turning of the soil is called tilling or plowing. This is done by using equipment called plow. If the soil is very dry, it may need watering before plowing. The plowed field may have big pieces of soil called crumbs. It is necessary to break these crumbs with a plank. The field is then leveled for sowing as well as for irrigation purposes. The leveling of the soil is done with the help of a leveler. Agricultural implements used for the preparation of the soil are plow, hoe, cultivator. Let us see how the plow is used first. This is a very old implement used for tilling the soil. It is made of wood and is drawn by a pair of bulls or other animals. Plow contains a strong triangular iron strip called plowshare. The main part of the plow is a long log of wood called plow shaft. There is a handle at one end of the shaft. The other end is attached to a beam which is placed on a bull's neck. Nowadays, wooden plow is replaced by iron plow. It also has same parts as wooden plow, only it is made of metal. Another implement that we used for the preparation of soil is a hoe. Hoe is used for loosening the soil and removing weeds. It has a long rod of wood or iron. A strong, broad and bent plate of iron is fixed to one of its ends and works like a blade. It is pulled by animals. Nowadays, plowing is done by cultivator. Cultivator is driven by a tractor, so requires less of human and animal efforts. The use of cultivator saves labor and time.
Hope you all enjoyed the video. How to write a homework. Assignment is write down, choose and short answer in your classwork. Classwork notebook is unruled notebook, 200 pages should be used. Okay. Refer the PDF which is attached with this video. Thank you, students.